I've been using this habit tracker very consistently. If you couldn't tell, I was in a very low place when I felt like I was just lacking the consistency within the habits that I know make me feel good. This is just a simple tool that happened to really help me in a big way because it's the small things that make a difference, you know? Hello, welcome to this tutorial for the instruction manual for the wellness habit tracker. Alright, so this is the link that you should have received once you put your email in. So you just click on the link and it takes you to your web browser. And this is the template view. This is like a preview of the habit tracker. You can take a quick look at it and it automatically always previews in dark mode. But basically what we have to do from here is to make it so that you can customize it and use it. You have to click on this top right, those three lines. Over here, hit duplicate. And then it's going to take you to Notion. So if you don't already have Notion downloaded, it will take you to download it or to the web. I'm going to hit Pessy's Notion because it's going into my Notion. Alright, so it takes a couple seconds, but it should pop up. I have a lot going on in my Notion. But you can see here on the bottom, the wellness habit tracker. So I'm just going to hit that. And this is your duplicate. So once you duplicated it, basically this is all yours and you can do whatever you want to it. You can edit it. This is in your workspace now. So this is your holistic wellness tracker for accountability in your personal practices or niyamas. I made this based on my own personal experience with Notion and I made it mobile friendly so that we can use it on our phones whenever we want. You can use it on your laptop as well, but that's why I'm showing it mobile because I wanted to make it so you can use it on your phone throughout the day. So first thing you can notice at the top, it says read this instruction manual for instructions, and you can delete this call out box when it's not needed anymore. So you can click on the instruction manual and it's like a written instructions and this video is in there. Before we start going over the rest of the page, I want to go over what a toggle is. This arrow right over here is called a toggle, and that's like an arrow where you press it and it drops down something. If you press it again, it brings it back up. So a toggle is this drop down button. We're going to use this toggle over here to drop down this habit details call out box. A call out is also just like whenever you see anything that's outlined with like this box around it, that's called a call out box. Drop down the toggle with the call out box for habit details. First things first, with this habit tracker, we want to be very intentional and very clear with the habits we choose. So that's why I have this first thing. We're going to get specific with the requirements needed to check off the habits, and we're also going to get specific with the category. This template was made with the wisdom of the niyamas. The niyamas are the personal principles within the yoga philosophy. Under name, you can write down the habit that you want to do. Here in category, there's 5 different categories, and then in habit details is where you write down the clear details of what would be needed to be done in order for you to be able to check that box off, because it's easy for me to just put affirmations and then not know exactly like at what point do I check the box off, you know? So that's why for me I have write down at least 3 positive I statements, and because I can say positive affirmations in my head, I made this specific planner to be good for 6 habits. So you can write down 6 of them and you just press on the category and you can press on the category that matches up with your habit. I'm just also going to show you right here. The category is explained. There's another toggle right over here, so we're going to click on that toggle to see the categories. If you can see, these 5 categories over here match up with the 5 categories over here. Each of the 5 categories are matching up to a specific niyama. So the physical health matches up to shocha, cleanliness, with a brief explanation. Emotional and mental matches up to santosha. Discipline matches up to tapas. Self-awareness matches up to svadhyaya, and surrender or trust matches up to ishvara pranidhana. We can just press that toggle back up so it gets all nice and clean. If you're having trouble thinking of different habit ideas, I have this habit ideas toggle too that you can press, and it has a couple different ideas that you can add into yours. Once all your 6 habits are chosen, written, and you're clear and concise and intentional with what the habit is and what is needed in order for it to be considered completed and what category it relates to, once all that's done, it's time to customize the habits in the habit tracker. This right here is the actual daily habit tracker. That's where you're going to be tracking all your habits daily. While this is just like a precursor and a reminder for what your habits are, this is going to be the actual habit tracker. As you can see, the habit tracker is like simple. Like you click the habit whenever it's done. We're gonna have to match up the habits that you just put into your habit details into your habit tracker, because these are just like the template habit ideas. These are the habits that I had in my habit tracker that really helped me. So all you have to do is click on the 1 day at a time, and then it opens up the page for the habit tracker. So as you can see, I have like my affirmations, gratitude, workout. But let's say if you decided to do read, right? Instead of journaling, you want to read. So all you have to do is click on whichever one you want to change. You just click on it, and then you click on here, it says rename. So you click on the rename, and then over here you just click and you name it to whatever. So let's say you want to do read, and then you have to click on the icon. So this is what an icon is. An icon is basically like just like the symbol, emoji, whatever you want to call it, to represent your habit. And so I really strongly recommend you choose an icon that really symbolizes the habit that you choose. So let's find like a book, this for read. Over here I'll hit done. And so now you can see journaling habit is now changed to read. In the daily habits page, we have obviously all the habits. As you click the habits, the percentage of the progress grows up. Underneath here, we have affirmations. There's another toggle where you press the toggle, and here is your affirmation space where you can write. You don't have to use this, obviously, but it's here if you want to use it. I strongly recommend. So here I can write, I am confident, I am disciplined, whatever you want to write. There's an option. I made a button here, so if you want to add more, you can always add more. Never too many affirmations, but when you're done with that, you can either leave it down or you can toggle it back up. And then also I have here journaling prompts. So I really recommend journaling like pen to paper, but I know sometimes it can be hard to figure out what exactly to be journaling about. So that's why we have journal prompts right here. So you can look at, and it can give you some ideas of what you should be journaling about. If toggle it back up, this is basically what the page is. We're going to click back. So that's basically what the daily habit tracker is. This is why having the icons match the habits is very important. As you can see here, we have all the icons. You cannot see what the habit name is. You can just see the icon. This is just a progress overview, and I like to leave this on this week. So you have today's habits this week, this month, and this year. I like to leave it on this week because then it shows all of your week's habits. And here the percentage will show you the average progress rate. It'll show you the bottom of each habit, how many times you did that specific habit for the week. So let's say I meditated 2 times, it'll say 2. And then as the week goes on, all the days will pop up. So I like to leave it on the weekly view so I can see what the week is looking like. And it's just a really easy view right here. The last viewing type is the monthly overview. This is a very good view for when you're on your laptop. This is also cool for on mobile too. You just click on whatever date is and it shows you like a little graph of each day. So you can click through. Obviously, this is just the template, so there's like none of the days are filled out, but this, and you can click on the page, look through it, you can look at your past affirmations, go to a different day. Yeah, so this is basically what the habit tracker entails. It's unique in the way that we're being very intentional about the habits that we choose. We're writing down what it means to us and what category and what niyama personal practice it correlates to. Now I want to get into some customization. I know I made a beautiful habit tracker, but if you wanted to customize it more to your liking, that's perfectly okay. Make it something that you want to be looking at every day. First of all, there's dark and light mode. I usually like to leave my Notion on light mode because I find it more bright. It brightens my day up. It makes more sense to me. And if you don't like light mode and you prefer dark mode, that's cool. What you have to do is press on these 3 dots at the top of your screen. Go to settings. Right here on appearance, we see I have it on light mode. So you hit it and you can do dark mode if you want, and then everything can turn dark. So let's hit done. We're gonna go back to the template, and now it's in dark mode. Woo! If you like light mode or dark mode, that's up to you. I think the dark mode looks cool too. You have an option to change your cover. This is very minimalistic, so if you want something more personalized to do, you just hit change cover. They have some covers you can change it to, or you can hit upload and upload a file. You can go from your photos, from your files, whatever it is. For my personal habit tracker, I have 7 habits, not 6. And there is a way to change that, but you have to go into the formula and like the coding behind the progress trackers, so that I can do in another video, or if you're interested, you can contact me directly and I can help you. If you're interested in more customization, you can also change like the colors of the quotes, you can delete the callouts, you can do more things if you're on desktop. But one last thing I wanted to show you was how you can add this to your home screen. So it's very easy use, so you don't have to go into your Notion app and find it. Alright, as you can see, I have my 3 widgets to go to my content planner, my daily, weekly, and monthly planner, and my personal habit tracker right here. So how can you do this? Because this looks so cute, right? So you just hold down your home screen until it has like this, things are wiggling, and it has this edit option right here on the top left. So you hit edit, and then you hit add widget. Now you can search up Notion. So we're going to press Notion, and we press add widget right here. So now it says tap and hold set up. So you tap and hold. It says workspace Pessy's Notion, which is my Notion, which is good. It has this option to choose the page. So you're gonna hit choose, and then I'm gonna do template habit tracker, and then look at it. Look at it! Hit done right here. Now all you have to do when you click it, it goes straight to your habit tracker. And all you have to do throughout your day is click the habits as you do them, and then every day a new habit tracker pops up. You can track throughout the day, and you can look at your progress throughout the week and the day over here. And then once you've used it for a while, I'll actually show you an example of what my habit tracker looks like. So here I'm going to hit Pessy's habit tracker because that's my habit tracker. Alright, let's look at my habit tracker for a second, just so you can get some inspo. So here's my habit details. So these are my habits that I have down, and like I said, it's important to have at least 1 habit for each of the 5 categories. And obviously discipline can go on to like multiple of them, but I put discipline with workout because that's the habit that takes the most discipline for me. And then I have like a little breakdown of each one. As you can see, journal before bed, meditate at least 5 minutes. So like that means I cannot check off my meditation habit unless I meditate for at least 5 minutes. Then here on my daily habit tracker, it's literally 2:30 in the morning right now, so I didn't check off on any of my habits yet. But let's look at this week. So it is currently Thursday. So this is Monday through Thursday so far. We got 86% completion. As you can see, we got the week. It says 86% done. And I know that that microphone is affirmations. The smiley face is gratitude. This dumbbell means workout. The apple means nutrition, which means just mindful eating choices. So I only check it off if I feel like I did a good job at being mindful with everything I ate that day. It's not like specific on a diet or anything like that. If I wanted to change it to the month, let's look at the months. Ooh, check it out. Now you can see that the month, it's only December 18th, so but this is what it's looking like so far. And one thing that's important to note is that you shouldn't be striving for like 100% on your habits. Like as you can see, mine, there's a range. I don't think there's any 100% this month yet, but 100% is not the goal. The goal is just to like keep doing them, you know, and like throw back to 4 months ago before I made my habit tracker, like I was barely doing any of these consistently. So you can make your own goals, like if you have a certain percentage you want to hit, but I highly recommend don't be a perfectionist with this. Don't try to get to 100% for every day because that's just unrealistic, and you have to be realistic and sustainable with your goals. But let's look at this year. This was November. I hit 100 like 3 times, and as you can see, I have like this pattern of on the weekends I tend to get a lot less habits done, but that's something that I already know is going to happen because weekends I usually stay out later, so it's harder to get like my journaling and my reading and my meditation and everything in when I'm like out more with family, more with friends, more. So balance is key, being graceful with yourself, but that's why it's fun to just see how you can bounce back. So let's go back to this week. That's where I like to leave it at. You can see here, we can click through the days. Mine looks a little different, obviously, because I made it better for you guys. If you have any questions, you can always contact me. Use this habit tracker mindfully, and you can do anything you put your mind to. You are limitless. Don't be a perfectionist. Embrace the balance of it all. Embrace the learning curve. It takes time to get used to new things. It takes time to get used to using a habit tracker. It takes time to get into the consistent swing of things. So just be kind to yourself. Remember to take deep breaths and live mindfully.